What's up, y'all? What's up, YouTube? What's up, Xtreme Gainz family? I'm Chuck, and this is Xtreme Gainz. I am not a financial advisor. Nothing I say is or ever will be financial advice. Please do not take it as such. Today is Tuesday, October 18th, 2022, and this is my AMC, GME, and SPY daily update and preparation video for tomorrow and beyond. As always, I hope you all had a great day both today and yesterday in the market. More importantly, I hope you made some extreme gains for yourselves. I'm going to go over all my regulars, my snake algo method for all three tickers, some macro comparatives, and some side-by-side projections from Sunday afternoon's weekly update and prep video, since that's the last one I put out, and the fulfillment of those projections with yesterday and today's price action. So with all of that said, let's dig in. Real quick before I get into the charts, as a reminder, I will be live streaming here on the YouTube channel and on the Twitch channel tomorrow all day long from 9 a.m. Eastern until market close. Come by, say hello, hang out with us, trade with us, bullshit with us, all that good stuff. I hope to see you all then. All right, moving on to today. It was a great day from an Xtreme Gainz perspective. The Xtreme Gainz Premium Discord family killed it. Congratulations to all of you. My Xtreme Gainz from my scalp setups on the 7 tickers that I set up every single day provided 12 entries from trigger today, the highest ROI being 100%, and I had 3 separate 100% winner chicken dinners. The next one down 50%, the next one down 30%, and from 30 down to 15% and multiples of them to round out that list for today. Always super happy and grateful for those, and I hope y'all out here in YouTube land in our extended family were able to do something similar and make some extreme gains for yourselves. Moving on to the charts, currently on your screen, AMC 5-minute on your left, SPY 5-minute on your right, with my micro intraday snake from my snake algo method on both of them in blue, the projected price action for today and the subsequent fulfillment of both of them dead on throughout today. Another kick-ass day, like always, from the micro intraday snakes. Excuse me. Moving on to the intra-week snakes. Macro comparatives and side-by-side projection and fulfillment comparisons. Currently on your screen is AMC and my current intra-week snakes. AMC finished the day today up 2.36% in regular trading hours, currently up an additional 0.31% in after hours, trading at 653. The current intra-week snakes are on your screen. Green the day of the previous divergence, red the day prior to. You can see that we initially started out by fulfilling the day of, and just like I had said in Sunday night's update and prep video, I thought we were still in range for a potential mirrored fulfillment of that day prior to upside projection, and then a convergence back with it with a bounce to the upside. So that is the fulfillment that we've gotten thus far. Now, it obviously is indicating a potential continuation of fulfillment of the day prior to, but just like I told Premium Discord today, I do feel as if it is still in range to potentially get raked right back downside to converge back with the day of divergence, green one, for the continuation of fulfillment of it throughout. And if it were to do that, you can see that that would be just one quick invert mirrored fulfillment of that, and then a convergence and a fulfillment throughout. Obviously, if it did that, it would be invalidating the upside fulfillment of the day prior to from further fulfillment of that projection if it were to do that. If not, then I'm obviously looking for that continuation of fulfillment of the day prior to. The second thing I want to show you here with the intra-week snake is anytime I get a confirmed movement in one direction with the micros, this is how I work the micros intraday, I will go ahead and put this in the mirrored position to potentially identify nuanced movements throughout. You can see that the projection is the same from start to finish here, obviously with a generalized perspective of the movements. You have the exact same projection. However, they are a little bit nuanced in here from each other. So this is a way that I can potentially identify that moving forward. So there you can see what that look would be, and we'll be tracking that throughout the update and prep videos as well. But here is the placement from Sunday's update and prep video. Here is the side-by-side from Sunday nights or Sunday afternoons update and prep video. The location of price action within it, the projection from it, which we got the initial downside, and then we popped right back up for that mirrored fulfillment like I had projected in the video, and there is the fulfillment of it as you see it. You can see what the projection would be from it moving forward into tomorrow and beyond if price action were to continue to fulfill it in either of those scenarios that I just explained and what you see on your screen. Moving on to the macro comparative or macro comparatives for AMC. Here is the OG double from prior to the January 2021 run-up that I had showed in Sunday night's update and prep video. Showed it last week on Twitter and last week on the live stream here on both YouTube and Twitch. And I brought it out here for the weekly update and prep. In the position that I had it in, assuming that this would be the potential bottom put in, we have continued to get dead on fulfillment from it in this position. However, I do want to point out that I do think it is possible that it's in this position and this would need extended. Obviously, if we get a rejection off of that neckline to upside back downside like the intra-week snakes are showing, then that would be the fulfillment we'd be looking at, and obviously I would need to extend it. But for the sake of the comparisons from the projections Sunday night till now and the fulfillment of it, here is the side-by-side from Sunday's update and prep video, the location of price action within it, the upside projection from it to the neckline, and the dead-on fulfillment of it there. You can see what the projection would be from it moving forward into tomorrow and beyond if it were to continue to fulfill it in this position. And then obviously, like I just said, if we receive that rejection off the neckline back downside, then you can see what that projection would look like as well. As far as the levels that I'm looking at, the neckline breach for confirmation to upside 681, the critical support to downside 563. Then I had looked at a couple alternate macro comparatives, and again, I'm just going to show them to you here. I only have relevance out of, I believe, only 2 of them here. Yeah, I only have relevance out of 2 of them right now. First one is this one here, the red one that I had shown briefly. And again, if I get continued fulfillment, I will start definitely tracking these with side-by-sides and everything else. But you can see, likewise, the integrity of fulfillment like I showed in Sunday night's update and prep. The projection from it was back up to that neckline and then a rejection back downside. So you can see we got the continued fulfillment of it and what the projection would be from it moving forward. And then I believe this is the other one that I have. No, that one is essentially invalidated. It was not projecting that move back upside to right here to the neckline, and this one was somewhat. So this one likewise was showing the same thing. This is the consolidative one versus the rejection and straight back downside, and I'll put them both on here, but you can see the fulfillment of it likewise and the projection from it as well that I am tracking, and the characteristics of those movements that I will be looking at and or looking for moving forward into tomorrow and beyond from these potential macro comparatives. There's the difference between the movements and the characteristics of movement. You can see that we have straight up replication of fulfillment, then we have mirrored fulfillment between the 2 of them, then replicated fulfillment, then mirrored fulfillment, and then replicated fulfillment, right? Ironic, isn't it? All right, that is everything that I am looking at with AMC moving into tomorrow and beyond. Up next is GME. GME finished the day today, regular trading hours, up 2.73%, currently up an additional 0.41% in after hours, trading at 26.78. The current intra-week snakes are what are on your screen. Blue, the day of divergence. Red, the day prior to, both in their straight up position. You can see that we have continued to fulfill the day of divergence, the blue one there, to the upside as it was projecting. here is the side-by-side from Sunday's update and prep video, the location of price action within it, right on the macro ascending level of support, the upside projection from it for the continued fulfillment of the day of divergence, and the dead on 100% candle for candle fulfillment of it with yesterday and today's price action. You can see what the projection is from it moving forward into tomorrow and beyond if price action were to continue to fulfill it. Now, I'm also looking at a macro comparative for GME that I am tracking as well. This is the exact same macro comparative that I used to get price action here for a period of 5 months. I went ahead and looked at it in a different position here because it was identifying itself as replicating itself throughout here as well. So there are two ways of potentially looking at this. One is in the straight up position. That would put it here. You can see the previous fulfillment and the integrity of it throughout, and where that would put us now. And you can see that we have been mirroring, right? We have mirrored fulfillment, mirrored fulfillment, mirrored fulfillment, right? And now we've potentially converged back with. So that would be the straight up look and the location within it and the potential projection from it if it were to continue fulfilling itself in its straight up position. Obviously, in the mirrored position, things change a little bit, and that would put it right here, right there for its mirrored fulfillment. And the location within it in the mirrored position and the projection from it in the mirrored position. Quite a bit different. So those are characteristics that I'm looking for. Obviously, I'll be using a neckline here to upside. The lower neckline is actually this upper now. We breached the lower. That upper neckline will be at 2770. 2770 for continuation to upside, and then obviously breach of the macro ascending level of support for continuation and confirmation of continuation to downside. And that is everything I'm looking at with GME. Last but not least is SPY. SPY finished the day today up 1.17% in regular trading hours. Now currently up an additional 0.7% in after hours, trading at 373.71. Now we talked about the technicals of the double-double, the two double bottoms here, combining for one macro W formation and that move back upside. And there is the fulfillment of it back upside as we discussed in Sunday's update and prep video. I was potentially looking for this to put in another smaller W over here and share that smaller twin match set of it there, if you will. It's neckline to upside, but we obviously didn't get that. We got a one-time down and back up V-shape hit and recovery, and now you see it pushing upside, nonetheless fulfilling the macro W formation one way or the other. So there's where it's at. The upside upper macro neckline that I am looking at for this to have and show a continuation to upside beyond the W fulfillment will be at 377, or between 377 and 378. If I want to go super conservative, I'm coming up here to 378.50. 378.50 is where I'll be looking to be super conservative with that upper neckline. So there's the technical fulfillment of it. Obviously, a rejection off of this lower third again, and a realization of it could potentially send it downside. If it invalidates that and moves to the next third, it'll be up here at the macro upper third, around the 387 price level. I would expect interaction there if I do not get it here at the lower third. That's the technical setup. The intra-week snakes that I am looking at, the previous intra-week snake in its straight up position is right here. You can see the initial candle for candle fulfillment as we tracked here on the channel, and then the mirrored fulfillment of that continued upside projection, and now a possible convergence back with it. Let me see if I can find it. Here is the side-by-side from Sunday's update and prep video of it in its straight up position, the location of price action within it, the upside move and convergence back with it where we're at now as the only projection that it could have been in that position. the fulfillment of it, and you can see what the projection would be from it moving forward into tomorrow and beyond if price action were to continue to fulfill it. Then the secondary snake that I was looking at, which is the day of divergence currently, is right here. This was after the reevaluation that I spoke to you about. In its straight up position, it gave candle for candle fulfillment from its placement throughout the entire thing. The projection from it right here at this critical level of support was a breach of it, a lower W formation, then back upside, and you can see that price action, my bad, I didn't mean to do that, obviously mirrored itself away from that downside and ran that straight run right here upside in a mirrored position. Real quick, I do believe I have a screenshot of it in its straight up position from Sunday's update and prep video. There it was, just to show you where price action was on Sunday and the screenshot of it. And that straight run upside is what we've now fulfilled in the mirrored position. So for your viewing pleasure, I will flip that back over to its mirrored position, put it in that placement. Right there it is. Now you see we have mirrored, and fulfilled, and now we're fulfilling to the upside in that mirrored position. You can see the location of price action within it, the dead-on fulfillment of it in the mirrored position as we tracked it in the Discord. Obviously, there's been a day between the update and prep videos that y'all didn't get to see this, but it was dead-on fulfillment today, and you can see what the projection is from it moving forward into tomorrow and beyond if price action were to continue to fulfill it in this mirrored position. Then last but not least for SPY are the macro comparatives. First up is the 0809 correction and crash macro comparative. There were two positions that I was looking at with this, one of which was the bottom in here as if it was a mirrored fulfillment. Obviously, this was projecting an initial downside move again before the move back upside. We did not get that. The second position of it that we looked at was right here, putting the bottom over here, and all of this being fulfilled, and that seems to be the position of it that is valid at this time. You can see the continued fulfillment of it there. Likewise, you can see what the projection was from Sunday night's side by side, the location of price action within it, and then the dead on fulfillment of it here with both yesterday and today's price action. You can see what the projection is from it moving forward into tomorrow and beyond if price action were to continue to fulfill it in this position. I want to bring the intra-week snake over in its mirrored position to show you this. They are both projecting the exact same thing if price action were to continue fulfilling them. Then I had shown you in the video as well this clip from the previous fractal over here, from right here down into this bottom. All of this laid on our current price action from that top there. That is this blue macro comparative here. Now, in the update and prep video, I'll put it in the position that I showed you that I was originally looking at it in, right here. And you can see the continuous fulfillment of it. And I talked about the volatility that it had shown here with that upside move back downside, thinking that that may be it there, and that is where I had it placed. Obviously, we went back upside, and upon looking at this further, it looks like it needs moved over a little bit. I don't know why I didn't see this in Sunday's update or before Sunday's update and prep. So in this extended pull on it, you can see we got the rake downside to the reverse third, projected and fulfilled, and now the move back upside. This is showing a rug pull back downside as far as characteristics of movements moving forward. So that's a characteristic that I will be looking at. However, I do want to show you this. I do believe there's a possible second position of it that needs to be looked at, and this is a more of a 4 hour to 4 hour placement so that it's as close to candle for candle as I can get it. And that is right here. And you can see likewise the exact same integrity of previous fulfillment is intact. And where we are at within it changes up a little bit. Obviously, you can see the double bottom that was fulfilled and now the move up. And you can see the fulfillment of that and what the projection is from it moving forward into tomorrow and beyond. It shifted everything upside a little bit. And then obviously that looks like potentially that would be the bottom, at least the most local bottom before an actual macro move back upside if it were to continue fulfilling like this. So these are the two potential positions that I am looking at regarding that macro comparative. My friends, my family, that is everything I have that I'm looking at personally with AMC, GME, and SPY moving into specifically tomorrow and beyond. If you made it to the end of the video, again, thank you all very much. Another long one, 20 minutes. I got a few things that we're going over, a few more things than normal, so I hope you stuck around to it. Again, quick reminder, live stream tomorrow all day long, starting at 9 a.m. Eastern until market close, right here on the YouTube channel and on the Twitch channel. Set a reminder, come by. I hope to see you all there. Good luck in the market tomorrow. If I don't see you in the live stream, I hope you all make some extreme gains for yourselves. Don't forget to smash the like button on your way out. Leave me a comment. Let me know how y'all did the last 2 days in the market and whether you're coming to the live stream tomorrow or not. Hope to see you all there. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your night. Talk to you all tomorrow. Later.